do have a dream for the bay window, Ben, and it is to the same people that make this couch make a large rotating ottoman.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's pretty
And
sick.
so like it's got a back. It's like low like this, but it's got a back. You just snuggle up in there and like maybe you want to watch TV. Maybe you want to watch the world go by. That's my dream. But it's $700.
That's pretty sick, dude. I mean, what's the price of comfort, you know?
$700.
Seems reasonable.
It does when you put it like that. Yeah, they're really going out there, aren't they? We got birds in the window today, folks.
Birds be the audience that we're really telling these jokes for.
Yeah.
And entertaining.
For the birds, title. Well, welcome back to the Jar Pain Podcast. Ben, how you doing?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, you're hungry. You're usually hungry when you come over here.
Yeah.
And this, of course, is the podcast where we answer life's toughest questions from silly to serious. Tell a friend about the show. And you can, of course, put your questions in the jar at jarofpain.com.
It's free.
It's free and easy. What, are you about to sneeze?
Yeah, I'm trying to hold it back.
Don't let it fly, babe.
I wanted to, but it was going to be phlegmy, and I didn't want it.
There was a time in my life when I was a barista that I had forgotten how to sneeze because I would hold them in. So it would sound like this. I'd go, and it was really painful. But if you have 12 to 14 ounces of steaming hot milk in your hands, you can't just be like, you know, like you got to contain it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I would sneeze more because the steam from the milk would like get up into the frillies of your nose. And so it would irritate. Frankly, it would irritate.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so I trained myself to hold in my sneezes. And then even after being a barista for a while, like that's my new reaction to a sneeze. I had to like relearn how to sneeze. And now it's just gross.
Just full dad sneeze?
Yeah, and I can't sneeze with my mouth shut. I have to be like
like the line from Wizard of Oz?
Yeah. If only I had courage
to sneeze with my mouth open.
Well, we're off to a real good start, aren't we?
Are.
We haven't recorded in
3 weeks.
3 weeks. And it's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Day of Memoriam.
I hope everyone gets a mattress.
And I hope you have some brats. I hope you have a grill out.
Yeah, I'm not doing that this year. I'm not grilling.
Yeah?
I don't have a grill.
Well, you want to come over and have some brats?
Maybe.
Okay.
I got to make this, though, so that's going to really take my time.
All right, that's fair. Well, let's rip some cues.
Let's get into it.
First question. I've decided to invent a new thing called debranglement, but I don't know what exactly it could be. Could you please define debranglement?
Interesting. So we must define debranglement.
Debranglement.
You know what's nice is they are listening to you. They did pose it in the form of a question.
Thank you.
Yeah. Debranglement.
It's here's a pitch. Let me pitch to you.
Yeah.
Sounds like the word you would use, scientifically speaking, when talking about detangling your butthole hair.
Debranglement.
The act of...
What do they call those little poos that get stuck in the hair?
Dingleberries?
Dingleberries. So that kind of fits.
Kind of.
Debranglement.
It's in the family. Yeah.
And what is debrangling? Can you say it one more time for me?
Debranglement is the act of untwining your butthole hairs.
Now, that's why I asked you to repeat it. Your butthole hairs become entwined?
That's just what it sounds like.
Yeah, but they don't really...
Hey, this ain't about me.
It's not about me either.
It's about the definition of the word.
I'm not over here with braided butt hair.
I'm not saying it's braided. I'm saying it's entwined.
Isn't that a braid?
No. You know? No
Debranglement.
girl's ever been braiding their hair and she's been like, "Hey, can you give me the earphone stuck in my pocket?" Like, no, that's entwined, and then there are braids.
But I don't think that happens. So there wouldn't be a word for when that for fixing it.
Listen, buddy, there's a lot of words for a lot of things that don't happen a lot of the time.
That's not true. That's not how language works.
That is absolutely true.
Give me an example.
I can't think of one.
Because it doesn't exist.
It does exist. Japanese have words for them all the time.
No.
Yes. And it's beautiful.
Are you speaking about how other languages have words for things that can't be translated into English exactly because it's a mood or a feeling that we just don't have?
Yes and no. Yes, like, because that does happen, but also no. Here's a word: folio.
What's that mean?
That is a single piece of paper inside a folder.
But that exists.
But nobody says folio. You just say, "Hey, give me the piece of paper in the folder."
The difference is that folio exists, whether people call it that or not. Brangles, tangled butt hairs, do not exist.
Tangled butt hairs definitely exist.
But it's not a problem.
It's a problem for whoever is experiencing it.
You're not like when you're walking, you like kick your leg out, you're like, God, I gotta debrangle a little bit here.
You just used it perfectly. In the perfect situation.
Okay. I'm growing tired.
But what is your definition?
Your definition is not bad. And I can't think of anything else now. Because you so quickly and assertively gave a great definition
And
that I
that
don't think exists.
is the power of self-confidence.
Yeah, that's true.
Title. Before the laundromat was painted, what is the plot of this fictional movie?
Ooh.
Okay, firstly, let's define this movie. I think...
Now, don't get dumb with it.
No.
Sometimes you get dumb with things.
I do. I mean, I did get done with the Brangleman. I'll
Yeah.
give you that. But this one, I'm thinking like indie art film.
It's for sure an indie art film. And can I give you the subject?
Go for it.
Gentrification.
Interesting. Because I was thinking, and this isn't the same ballpark, but the same seriousness of it, like The Pianist. You know what I mean? Like if you were to see in the Oscars, it'd be like The Pianist before the laundromat was painted.
That's what I mean. This is a heavy film.
This is a serious film.
And I actually love the title. One time at work, I said this phrase earnestly, and it just came out of me, because it actually happened. My coworker said, "How was your night?" And I said, "I had a dream the lilacs bloomed." And he's like, "God damn it, that's poetic." And I'm like, "It's just what happened. I had a dream the lilacs bloomed."
Yeah.
But that's all. That sounds like a film in the same area where it's like deep, but we're using a simple moment to explain something deeper.
It does give off poem vibes or the next great American novel vibes.
Before the laundromat was painted.
Yeah. You know, it's like Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah. I think it's a movie
Finn.
about gentrification of city neighborhoods. And what they did to the laundromat was they like turned it into like a yoga studio or a coffee shop with apartments on top. But it used to be a community laundromat, which actually there's like a shortage of laundromats. Laundromats are a service to a marginalized like piece of society who do not have laundry.
And I'll even say this, the laundromat owned by an Asian couple, and then it gets gentrified by like white people.
Yeah, I think so.
Boom.
Investors.
Boom.
So they paint the laundromat. The laundromat was always this shabby place, but it was a community hub. It's where you went to talk to your neighbors because no one had laundry.
Talk to your neighbors.
And you actually had community.
Steal laundry.
Yeah, steal quarters. But you actually had a community of people that were interacting and connecting with each other because of a shared need to do laundry. And now it's just a soulless coffee shop. Now it's a soulless...
It's a Starbucks.
It's a Starbucks for sure.
It gets turned into a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Now, legally, we couldn't use Starbucks in the film because we'd have to get licensing and rights, but we'd have to name it something like, I don't know.
Starfucks. Parody law.
Starfucks works? Starbies?
Starbies, throwback to my All Bee podcast, Swarm of Bees. In a world of chaos, pure, unadulterated chaos.
Extremely dangerous Hurricane Florence continues to close in on the southeastern United States.
You never know what will happen next.
The sky continues to be filled with tracers as the anti-aircraft weapons continue to fire. Another huge, loud burst from the ground. More tracers going up into the air.
At least we still have.
Hey, yeah, can I get a unicorn frappuccino, please?
Hey, may I get a venti vanilla sweet cream cold brew with 1 pump of sugar-free vanilla syrup? And if you don't have sugar-free vanilla, just regular vanilla is fine.
Yeah, can I get a venti strawberry and cream frap? Add 2 pumps white mocha, 1 scoop vanilla bean powder, 1 scoop strawberries, blended in the frap, please. Pour puree in the cup, layer the frap by putting half in, adding more puree, and then adding the rest of the frap, topped with whip and strawberry pieces.
Starbies. In a world full of chaos, have a little control. Now back to Swarm of Bees. Starbies was a business that I did commercials for in that podcast. I would do fake commercials.
Nice. I can't believe you remembered that commercial.
I've been revisiting Swarm of Bees a lot lately.
Okay.
I think it's some of my best work.
Nice.
Because I did commercials with multiple characters, but they were all me. And I made all the music, and I found all the music. I didn't make all the music. But I did the different voices, and there were different characters, and the commercials were ridiculous. And it's just like... It's one of my favorite things I've ever made because I love commercials, and especially fake ones.
So the Laundromat is about gentrification.
Yeah, before they painted, or before the Laundromat was painted. That's a good title.
Who stars in it though? I think since it's an Asian couple that owns it, I think the lady should be the one lady, either Sandra Oh or
Awkwafina.
Sure.
Do you know who that is? I love Awkwafina.
I know the name. I can't put a face to it.
And you know who the guy is?
Who?
Randall Park.
Yep. I was thinking that too.
Yep. I love me some Randall Park.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
Hollywood, hit us up.
These 2 birds are fighting in the tree. They're like fluttering at each other. They may have sex.
I think that's how birds do it.
Yeah.
They just go.
My dad pointed out to me as a kid once. We were looking at robins, and he goes, "They're about to have sex." And I'm like, "What?" And sure enough, they like bang their genitals together in the air for like a second, and then it's done.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just free falling, free fucking?
Free falling, free fucking.
Title.
Well, I can't do that. You know that.
It's time to bring up the 50-word bet.
Oh, it's a long one.
For those of you who don't know, we have a bet. The Matt says
that I will win.
If someone gives us a great 50-worded question, I will get him tacos.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that the better question, the best question, will only ever be no more than 20 words.
Yeah, which actually explains our personalities perfectly.
It really does.
Because you're a trim the fat guy. I'm like, add the detail, let it really wait it out.
Let it rip. Now, if this question has 50 words...
Do you believe it's 50-word contender?
I believe it's like 1,000-word contender because there's so many... it's like literally 2 paragraphs.
Wow.
So you're going to do the magic.
I'm going all-time wipe.
48 words. 48 words. And I bet this question is shit.
Here's the problem. Guys, you're so close to 50. I want the tacos. I need to prove Ben wrong.
Just plug it in.
Just plug in 2 more words.
Plug it into AI. Write me a 50-word question.
No, because that'll be bad and soulless. AI is dooming us all.
Okay, AI is here to stay.
No, it's not.
So
We're
use it for this moment because it doesn't matter.
We will unplug.
The only thing it will do is get me free tacos.
AI will always exist, but humans will leave the internet.
So rip it. So here's the question. If you could relive one specific moment in your life, not change anything, just to experience it again, what would it be? Who were you with? And why does that moment stand out so vividly in your memory compared to all the others you have lived through your life?
It's a great question.
It's an okay question.
It's a great question.
Okay sentiment. Here, let me boil this down for you. If you could relive one specific moment in your life, not change anything, what would it be?
No, they're asking deeper details. Who are you with?
Okay.
What about the moment was special?
Then let me put a little touche on this. This is multiple questions put into one question.
That's fine.
That is not fine. I want one question with 50 words. Of course, you can ask one question. You can use 50 words to ask multiple questions. That is not the bet.
The questions, Ben, aid the final question. They direct your thinking. They let you navigate.
I can accurately use the word several to describe how many questions are in this one question.
How many question marks are there?
That is not the point, Matthew.
Oh,
That is not the point, Matthew.
I think we've got a ringer.
No.
Somebody just won the debate.
No.
There's only one question mark.
Chat. Put it in the thingy. Put in the thing if I'm right or if Matt's right.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe I'm right.
Yeah, they're gonna side with me though. I have an undeniable charm.
Anyway, what's your one specific moment?
I don't have one. They've all been good.
Yeah,
they're all worthwhile.
You're telling me you'd want to relive every moment? There's not one moment specifically that you're like,
There's not one moment I want to go back and relive.
I'm going to relive that and just hit it.
No.
Really?
Move forward, babe.
They're all equal. Okay, firstly,
we're moving forward.
You got to chill on Chapel Rome. You got to dial it back.
I've been saying babe a long time.
You have not.
Oh, I've been saying it so much that when I was first talking to my ex-girlfriend,
yeah,
I called her babe, and she's like, aren't we a little early for babe? And I'm like, it's just something I say. I say baby and babe all the time. We just don't really hang out.
We don't. But I've known you for several years now.
You never heard you say baby?
I've never. I mean, you said baby.
Yeah, babe is just baby.
Baby and babe are different. Because I've said baby to you too, but I've never said babe.
Because I always say, what's up, baby?
Yeah, what's up, baby?
Okay, I'll chill on babe.
That's fine. I'm not. Hey, I'm just saying dial back on
but
the
to redo my
Chapel Rome.
I don't even listen to her anymore. I listen to her too much. I do this. I binge something and I kill it with the constant, incessant playthroughs of things that I can't. But when you're in it, it's fun.
Oh, you're there. I was like that with Jake Bug like 2 weeks ago.
Jake Bug.
A
wild Jake Bug pull title. Yeah, dude, I appreciate all the moments I've had, but there's none that I want to go back and relive because I already had them. I want to move. I'm more concerned with moving forward and being present in the now.
But that's not the question. Imagine this was a 50-word question and this was your answer, thus making it not a good question.
What's your answer?
I don't know.
You can't just do that. We're making an entertaining show.
I mean,
you can't change anything.
I can't change a thing.
You're just going to go back and just be like, this is nice.
You know what I would do? And it's perfect because even if I could change, I wanted to change something, I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I would just go back to fucking last week when I went up on High Bridge and I let the wind hit me in the face for 20 minutes. That was good.
Yeah.
That was really good. No one was there except for like a duck and a dove that were just catching the wind and just whipping around the bridge.
Yeah.
That was nice.
I just don't value the past that much. I value the present more. And although I'm great, I've done so much shit. I'm already exhausted. I should retire, but I can't. Thanks, America. But it's just like I don't care about. Like I care, but I'm not like, oh, I wish I could see this person one more time. Without the ability to change something, and even then, I don't think I would change it because it would change everything now. Butterfly Effect. Ashton Kutcher. Ever see it?
I've heard.
It's decent.
Yeah.
The first time I watched it, it blew my mind. But I've watched it since, and I'm like, I was just young.
Yeah.
This idea had just never been presented to me.
Yeah.
But dude, I mean, you're just like watching TV of your own life. It's not that interesting. Like, maybe I haven't had very many. No, that's not true. I've had great experience. I've had a great life. There's plenty of times I don't know. But I find more beauty in the mundane than like specific moments. So this is not a good question for me because I there are times in my life that I will just like zoom out a little bit and disassociate and just be like, I have a good life. Look at these people around me. Like a couple years ago, we were celebrating my friend's 30th birthday. So this is actually 4 years ago. Wow. We were celebrating my friend's 30th birthday. And we're drinking at his house. He lives on a lake, on a peninsula. Sun is going down. We are listening to music. We are laughing. We are drinking. We are having a great time. And I shut the party down and said, guys, I just want everyone to take notice. This is what we have here is good and special, and we are having a moment we will talk about for years. We will remember this moment fondly. Drink it in. You know? But even then, that moment I wouldn't go back to.
I'm gonna take back my brat offer that I posted earlier because I don't want you coming over and then you saying some shit like that.
Well, it makes everybody appreciate the moment more.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. That's the verbal equivalent of being like, hey, everyone, smile for the camera. Just take the picture. Don't have everyone pose. Don't have everyone posture. Just have that memory saved.
I think it's important for people to know when they should be remembering something. And not by taking a picture.
Good point. I try to be different about it because I don't like it when people are like, hey, smile, everyone get together. Like, I just like I don't know. I just like when I'm in a moment like that where like there's a bunch of people and we're all together, in my mind I do appreciate this. I try to take it in and I'm just like, let me just take in the sounds, what I'm feeling, what the overall energy is, and apply that to my memory banks.
Yeah. You're drinking it in. Now, why would you let your friends who you love not remember the ability to drink it in as well?
Because I don't want them to call me gay.
Yeah, that's happened a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's it. It's so stupid. One more and then the last one.
This is what happens when you're an artist.
Yeah.
Why do celebrity opinions on politics matter? They don't.
Yeah, that's a really stupid question.
No, I mean, here's the thing.
We should dive into it a little deeper.
I don't think it's a stupid question.
It's not a stupid question.
But it is stupid.
I actually think that they believe that this is stupid too, and they're more saying, why are we listening to celebrities?
Yeah, no, they agree.
They agree with us.
They watch the show.
They know who we are.
Yeah, they're with us.
Yeah, they absolutely don't matter.
Truly,
I think
could not matter less.
I think what happens when you get to a certain level of fame and fortune is you start to sniff your own butt a little bit. And you think you're better than other people. Because as you go about your life, you are treated as such, frankly.
True.
And so I think it starts to warp your perception of who you are. I mean, classic example is the Celebrity Imagine video during the pandemic. Do you remember that thing? Ooh, God, that's good.
That was rough.
God, that was good.
That was rough.
It isn't hard to do.
Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living for today.
They sit in their palaces and sing to the peasants to remind them that life is good.
And here's the thing. I like Henry Cavill, but that was rough.
But I think that was a reaction to, that was their version of a call for help. Because they weren't doing well either. And they're like, I gotta do something. I gotta get in front of people. I need attention. I need it. And so they texted all their rich friends and they're like, what if we did something?
Well, what you mean, like donate money or like help out the people in working in the hospitals? No.
Have you ever heard of a little?
Useful.
Have you ever heard of a little tune called "Imagine" by John Lennon?
Useless. I want us to be useless. And then they were all like, yeah.
God, it was good.
If I hosted the Oscars, my opening monologue would just fucking be that video. I'd be like, hey, before we start, here's a quick little reminder. And then
That's who
boom.
you guys are.
That's who you assholes.
That's who we're celebrating today.
We're celebrating all you dumb assholes.
Yeah.
And I think what you said is right. It's just like when you have that level of notoriety,
you become out of touch.
It's not that you become out of touch. It's just like you're so used to being probably yes man and validated.
Yeah.
That when you say something, you expect people to
pay attention and listen and appreciate it.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon worked with Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones on an SNL sketch.
There's another Mick Jagger?
But probably. It's probably a plumber in Queens. But he was like...
Tony McJagger? No relation.
Mick Jagger plumbing. Stop. Don't even go there.
Title.
Don't even go there.
Don't.
He was like, I can't imagine being Mick Jagger because like this guy he just lives his life having assistants. And he was like, we'd be working and he would go, Coke. And a Coke would show up in his hand within 30 seconds.
That's wild.
Like, imagine that being your life. You would get out of touch. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Coke. Just imagine. All the people.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Last one.
Oh, last question. It's been a long time since we did a manifest.
Yeah, I'm juicy for one. Imagine you're rich. Imagine you're rich and you have a big house. Imagine you're rich and you have a big house. I've got assistants. I've got a dog. I've got a pool with a elephant tusk. That didn't rhyme, but I'm rich, so it doesn't make sense. On purpose. That wasn't bad.
That wasn't bad.
Not the best.
For not doing it for 3 weeks.
But it wasn't bad, and it had some melody to it. Although I was a little pitchy in the middle.
That's right. You're rusty.
And I brought in an elephant tusk.
You did.
Which is illegal. So sorry. That was poached. I poached it.
Last cue. What are your thoughts on turtleneck sweaters? Don't like them.
I love them. Cover the neck.
Why?
It's cozy.
Why?
It feels good.
It's like a built-in scarf.
You're damn right it is.
But you don't need it.
You sound like a turtleneck salesman. Hey, it's like a built-in scarf. That makes a lot of sense to me as a consumer. I wear scarves in the winter. I did at one point.
But just get a scarf.
I want to bring the scarf with me inside.
I don't know, man. It's like, I've never seen a good-looking turtleneck. They just look dorky. It's like the fanny pack of the neck is what it is.
Yeah, title. But, dude, it was a trend. My dad had what he called dickies, which were turtleneck undershirts, but just the turtleneck and some shirt material, but not a whole shirt that he would wear underneath.
Oh, I've seen those.
Sweaters.
It's like a little square piece of cloth.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Like, now, those are ridiculous.
Those are preposterous.
But turtlenecks were a real... I used to wear turtlenecks all the time. I'd like to bring them back, frankly.
I mean, you can work on that. You can do that. That'll be a solo.
I'll tell you what a weird move is.
Solo project, yeah.
Is my mom would wear necklaces around her neck, and then she would tuck it out onto the turtleneck. So it's like a little necklace dangling on the turtleneck. She wouldn't wear the necklace around the turtleneck. She would wear it around her neck and then pop the front out. And I always thought that was weird. But she's my mom, so I love her.
I mean, you have to, but you can also judge. You can.
It was a weird move. I've never seen it. Maybe that's the official style guide for necklaces and turtlenecks. Someone living in the 80s and 90s would know better than me.
I think that's just a Mrs. Hasenmueller.
A special
strat, yeah. Down with turtlenecks.
Yeah. Up with turtlenecks. There's people talking outside, and I always get so curious what they're talking about. But if I get close enough and go to the window, I'm just the villain in the window. Like,